Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are having a really nice Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, so halfway through the week. And today we are going to be working on Voyager as always. I did not get to do like a lot these days, so the last thing I did for the game was the what you saw in the previous stream. Basically I stopped there, and after that I really did not get to work on it. So yeah. Also, you may hear some noises because there are some people working outside, and yeah. So yeah, you maybe will be hearing some noises, but other than that, we can pretty much start the stream right now. Also, a big thank you to Adam Learns Live, which for the follow. We rated this person in our last stream, so yeah, I had a little chat with him or with them, and it was great. So yeah, thank you Adam very much for the follow, and we are at 47 followers. We are a little closer to our follower goal, which is 50. We're really close, and yeah, so I hope we can get there soon. And yeah, that will be great. So yeah. First, let me check really quick if audio is fine. And for that, I have to mute the music for a little bit. So give me one moment. It's all good. Okay, it's fine. So we can continue. And yeah, so what were we doing last stream? So this basically, I was basically creating Trello in Figma. This is the thing I was doing, and yeah, so here in Figma I have the free plan, by the way, and that's like, yeah, I also have the free plan on Trello, so which, like, in Trello I think that's not a big issue, since like it's just me working on the project and I can pretty much do everything I need in Trello. So like the paid plans are more for like a team where you can assign tasks, and yeah, I also like, I'm not really sure what's the difference with the paid plan. I'm not sure. I know you can program some stuff like yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's not important. Here in Figma I have the free plan too, and I wanted to do something with this, which, like, after all, it doesn't really make sense right now, because what I wanted to do is basically, we have this, which is a component, which means that I can duplicate this and use it like a template for all of these little like panels, and if I make a change here, for example, let's say I go here and change the color of this like this, you can see change the color in all of the other like copies. So yeah, also like that was a really nice color, so I will maybe like do something like this. That's nice. Yeah, maybe it's like too much. So what I wanted to do was basically have this little thingy here, which is gray right now. I wanted to realize I'm a little bit low on camera, so let me just fix that. Give me one moment. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah. So so yeah, basically I want to have some kind of like variable or something like that. I know you can do that in Figma, where I can basically change the state of the task, and if it's in progress, for example, it will change to this yellow, and then if it's completed, it will change to this green color. Like I said, right now it's just gray, and I also think maybe I should just make it transparent for now, because it's not like adding anything, it's just adding noise, visual noise. So yeah, I tried doing that, and it seems like I need to have a paid plan, like the professional or something like that. And yeah, right now I don't think I will be paying anything, because it's, yeah. But anyways, I basically created this little thing as like a task holder, or like a little panel or card where you can basically type any task, and I can basically move it. Like when I finish the task, I can just simply delete like the little rectangle. But yeah, if I want, for example, let's say I am right now going to work on this one, I only have to do something like this. I press Control, or well, I drag it, Control, and I can move it here. That's it. Now I have this task is now in progress, and I can basically keep track of like of the tasks, and that's great. So yeah, maybe you would wonder like why don't you use Trello for this, because Trello is basically the same. I can just grab this and move it like here and blah blah. But the thing is, this is way more flexible, like a lot more flexible, and yeah, I can do like anything I want really with this, and modify it like any way I want. And I also don't need to have like another app open, or another program open. I have this as a tab here. I don't know if you can see because of the overlay, but I would have like another tab here, and then I have everything in the same place. So that's one of the things I like about it. And yeah, so yeah. This is one of the things we did last stream, and the thing that we were working on, it was basically migrating everything I have in the Trello into the Figma thing. So the main thing here is really the ideas, because I have here like a lot of things like noted down for like yes, ideas I have for the game, and I really want to like move this into another space. I don't want to have this in Trello because they are not like tasks, they are ideas. And yeah, at first I basically filled these cards with each idea, like it's a checklist, but yeah, I think it will be better to like have them in another place and then just not use Trello. Also, I do use Trello for like my work and other projects where it makes sense to use it, but right now it's like for this project I don't really see like a reason. So yeah, you can see here, for example, done. So I can just go ahead and freaking delete that, but hey. So yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, I will not delete this because I want to keep it like the registry of it, but I want to move the things that are like have to be like the things that make sense that I will work on, and also all my ideas. So yeah, let's do that. I was basically checking the cards that I already finished moving. So yeah, for example, this one I have to check it. You can see here I used like this I think it's called tags. Yeah, it's in Spanish, but yeah. So yeah, this is where we left off. So let's see if there's any task here that I could move to Figma. So the planet properties. So what I was like seeing is that here like there are a lot of tasks that are maybe like things that doesn't need to be tasks necessarily right now. So I mean, I could just move them. Yeah. So planet properties, gravity, moons, rings. So I had this idea of like the planets having different gravity, but like yeah, design wise I don't think it's a great idea. Like maybe we could have some special planets that have like a different gravity value, like maybe really small planets like moons or something like that could have like a really low gravity, but I really don't think this is a great idea to change the gravity all the time, because there will be some platforming elements in the game. So this chair is constantly getting lower and lower, so I have to, it's really old. I have this chair since like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so. I have to get a new chair for sure. But yeah, so yeah, gravity, I mean, could be like an idea, so I can just remove that and just say here, for example, moons or really small planets can have low gravity. Okay, Nightbot is working today too. That's great. Okay, so... okay, that's fine. Then, moons, rings... those are also ideas, and I have to basically... okay, so we can see they are... basically the timed messages are not working as expected because let me show you something really quick. This is annoying, man. You can see here, for example, the Discord message is set for like every 40 minutes, and then the support message is set every 60 minutes. And there you have it, like it's been like 19 minutes, 20 minutes right now, and Nightbot just sent both messages at the same time. So yeah, I have no idea how to deal with it. So I think I can just maybe remove those. I don't know, man. It's fine. Okay. So, okay. Okay, so we were basically saying that ring planets. We just lay down the idea here, we just note it there, and that's it. So it's not a task, it's an idea. I have to basically explore it and develop the idea before putting it into the game. So yeah. Okay, so terrain. Slopes. I will not have slopes in the game. There's no way. Like I tried like adding them, and so I will explain quickly why I don't want slopes in the game. So first of all, the common issue that everyone has with slopes, like when you are basically not using, like when you are using the physics engine from your engine basically, and not doing the character movement yourself, everything yourself, you are basically you have to do some stuff basically to, for example, determine when the player is grounded, when is like hitting a wall, when it's airborne. So flat surfaces, it's really easy, basically, really straightforward. You can see I have some recasts here in the player, and so for slopes you have to do some like some extra checks with like extra raycasts and extra stuff, calculations, to basically be able to manage like the player going from flat ground into the slope. Because like if you just do it like just put a slope here and try to run with your basic like grounded behavior, you will see that like gravity starts like pulling down the player and the character, and it will start like falling off the slope, like not falling off but like sliding down. And yeah, so for example, when you run up to a slope, you are slower, and when you run down a slope, you move faster. So there's like you have to make some extra calculations for the just getting the normal of the slope, and then just calculate your current velocity, like the horizontal velocity of the player, to know like how fast he should move upwards and horizontally. And yeah, so, and that's only for the player, like for the player character, and then you have to do the same thing for every other like NPC or enemy or anything that can basically traverse the terrain. So that's one thing. Another thing is, of course, we need to create more assets for the slopes, and although like they look great and add some great visual value, like there's no, like it's not worth it basically, because like in the case of this game, I am generating all the terrain procedurally. So you can see here I'm using like of course you can see I'm using noise, some layers of noise, blah blah. And you can see another thing you can notice is that like tiles are basically cannot be. So this, for example, this is one tile, okay? And horizontally, the algorithm, I modified it, like I created the algorithm for the terrain, for the generation, to basically always create a minimum of three consecutive tiles. So there cannot be just one tile horizontally. So you will never see like just one tile horizontally. You can see everywhere is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, like as a minimum. And that's because I want to reduce the amount of tiles I have to create, because if I have to create like another, like let's say for example here again, this is one tile. Also, let me see if I can just change the grid size. This will be 32. Okay, I can 0.32. Okay, so you can see like, although this is a bit offset, I think. Can I offset this? I don't think so. Anyways, it's really bad. Typing here is not good. So yeah, this is one tile, this is another tile, and this is another tile. So if I have to do, for example, just one tile, let's say there's only one tile here. First of all, there's no really a use case for this game, for like, it's not like useful to have just one tile here. In terms of like navigation, it's just annoying, like it's not worth it, because you can see like tiles are really big, so you have to be jumping every time. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to have slopes, because like if you have to like go up and there's like at least like one tile of height difference, you have to jump. Like you can't just run and the player will not basically like mantle to the higher tile basically. So yeah, so basically if you run here, I can just show it in the game. So you can see here, if I run here, the player is not like climbing there, you have to jump. And same here. So for example, I have made like a ledge grab system where you can jump here and you can grab like, and you can press down of course, and you, so let's say for example you can't reach with a normal jump, you can't reach, so you basically press forward and the player will grab the ledge and you can press like forward, like in this case forward will be left and you climb it. So that's one of the things I did for like bigger walls that you need to jump or to climb, and you can't jump because your jump height is not too high, basically it's not higher than the higher ground. And then I could maybe do something like when you run straight into this, for example, the astronaut can basically climb it like, but I'm not sure. Like I kind of want this to be like this because tiles are really big. You can see like one tile is basically half the size of the astronaut sprite. So like you can see, let me see if you can see, yeah, this is like the collision gizmo. So you can see like the collider here for the tiles, for the ground, and it's really subtle, but maybe you can see it. So it's basically half, and maybe more than half, a little more than half the size of the astronaut sprite. So I think it's fine to not make the astronaut climb like lower heights or like this kind of thing. So yeah, I kind of deviated, but I was explaining why I don't want to have slopes. So basically in the terrain generation, like I will have to basically add more complexity to the code, to the system, to basically have the slopes generated. And like I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a lot more work, and I think it's simply not worth it. Because like also maybe I want a slope here, for example, on all of this, but maybe I don't want a slope here. So how can I determine that in like an organic way? And yeah, it's like I said, it's not impossible. Of course, I'm not an expert on like procedural generation, any of that. In fact, like this is not really advanced at all. It's basic. So yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't want to have slopes in the game. I don't think they really add value to the game. And also another really important thing is that I want to keep everything as simple as possible. So I don't want to overcomplicate stuff just for the sake of like adding stuff to the game. Or yeah, so yeah, I want to have a great, like a good amount of things in the game, but I don't want to have like complicated systems, or like I just want the game to feel like it's simple, that it has like a lot of content and things to do, but yeah, keep it simple basically. So let's go here, and yeah, so basically I was explaining this. Caves. So for caves, yeah, so this is back to the terrain. I have it still, I have it like basically commented in the code, so it's not being executed, but I have the algorithm to create caves using cellular automata, and it's fine, but I think it would need like a lot of work to basically have everything in the same space. So in the planet, for example, let's say this is the planet scene. At first I wanted to have like everything in the same scene, so the terrain, the surface, and then you will have some cave entrances, for example. I don't know if I have like any video of that or images. I don't think so, but basically I was doing some cave generation and they were fine. They maybe with some extra work, maybe I could have gotten like something decent, but then I thought maybe I want like to basically have in the planet. I will just show something in a moment. So for example, let's say you're exploring and you have some, for example here, a cave entrance. Okay, so then you have to interact with the entrance and then the scene will change. So instead of having the cave here, like deleting like the tiles here, sorry, so maybe I can edit, like I think if I go here to the tile palette, I think it is, and for example grab like an eraser and go here and erase. Let's say I have like a cave here that goes here like this, and yeah, so then you can go like this. So like this is not random. I'm deciding I want to have this kind of like path for the cave, and then here you could have some kind of room where you have like some enemies. So what's this? What I want is basically to have like exactly this. Okay, so Winamp just crashed. Okay. So is it fixed? Yeah. So I don't know. it randomly crashed. So okay, so what I want from caves is to basically load a new scene. So instead of having this in the same like Euclidean space, which like it could be great, but it's a lot more complicated and like a lot more intensive for the like processing and everything. So because of course I will have some kind of plants and rocks here and some other things I will need to basically generate here. So yeah, let's see. For example, also you will see another thing that I will have to basically manage too, is the parallax, like the background layers. So when you enter a cave, oh yeah, so the okay, never mind. I need to also update the composite collider for this. Anyways, so instead of like having this, like I was saying, I want to here have some kind of like, it will be just a sprite of a cave entrance, and you can go there, there's a trigger, you interact, you press some button like up or something, and you enter, then like the screen fades to black, and then the cave scene loads up, and then I can do some generations there. So like I could have some kind of preset things. So for the structure of the cave, for example. So for example, I can go and create a prefab of a cave, or maybe I'm like it could be based on modules. So I could have some a list of cave modules where I can combine them any way I want. So kind of like the Binding of Isaac, where in that game basically you have rooms, and when you enter a room you then go into any of the doors to go into the next room, and the next room is basically a different room. So and all of those rooms are not being generated like procedurally. What's being like procedurally generated is like the layout of the entire like level. So yeah, so using that logic you can have like, for example, you have one room here and then one room here, and you can have like one here and another here. So you can go there, and then you have one here, another here, and here, and here, and here. You can have like, that's what's being generated. But the rooms themselves are not procedural. They are like created basically like manually. So that's like something I want to try to create the caves, like create cave rooms that have some sort of procedural generation, so they don't look the same all the time, but have like a bunch of prefab caves that I can then like combine and create like different caves. So yeah, so I think that's like a much better idea in terms of like work and the amount of work I have to do for that, and yeah, so the amount of time it can take. So yeah, that's one thing, and I think it's great. It's a great idea. And yeah, so inside the cave you could have some kind of rooms, like fortress, or like not fortress, but like shelters, or like I don't know what's the word, but like some kind of hideouts or stuff like that, that maybe the Vectorialis were like creating. Like they dig those caves and they start creating like different like, oh man, I can't find the word. Let me see, like anyways, I think you understand my point. So basically you will enter the cave and then you enter some kind of room or like some kind of hideout, and you have those rooms that are like created by the Vectorialis, and the more colonized the planet is, the more like the bigger those fortresses are, basically. So there could be some fortress, some buildings like in the surface of the planet, and of course in the caves too, because like I was like my current idea with the boss fight for the like planets that have really high amount of, like a really high level of colonization, you will have some boss fights there, and like yeah, the idea is that you will have to basically wait, can I do this? Oh yeah, I can. So yeah, you can see like in the background, you can still see the background, which is not bad, like it could be great, but this like doesn't feel like a cave, like it feels like an interior that only has a roof. So here I would have to like create some kind of layer for the background of the cave, and I would also have like want to have some parallax, some like different layers of background inside this same cave. So maybe some caves are like more closed, or maybe some other are like more open, and for the open caves or the open parts of the cave I want to have some deeper levels of background and parallax. So yeah, I think that will be really easier to do if I create a separate scene for the caves and basically create some prefabs, some manually created cave parts and modules that I can combine. Yeah, so I think we already heard this song. We already listened to this song, and well, it's finishing now, so it's but yeah, my brain is really like dispersed right now. I don't know if that's the word, but yeah, my brain is not focused right now. So so yeah, I think that's what I want to do with caves in the game. And yeah, I was saying, like, I was basically explaining that planets with high level of domination or colonization, or anyways, or whatever, will have like bigger, or will have like some kind of fortress that's kind of big, where you fight the boss. basically, and that fortress could be like in the surface or in a cave or anyways. So yeah. Okay, back to Trello. Here. So caves, blah. So yeah, I have like some ideas for like in the game there are some mountains you can see, and I may in the future want to have some kind of like generation where the terrain, like where you have some small caves in mountains, like right here. Let me show you. Like, I won't be talking about this too much, I just want to show it really quick. So for example, like this planet has a mountain, a really big mountain here. So let's say you get here, I would maybe like to have like some entrances. Palette. I will just leave this here. So let's say in this mountain is so big that you have some kind of entrance, and I can't really edit it. Why can't I edit this? Okay, so let's say this mountain is really high and you have some like really small caves here where you can find like other types of things, but and you can like exit to the other side without having to go to the top, and maybe like, yeah, you could have something like this too, and like this I can see like this being something fun maybe, or something that could like have some kind of value. I'm talking like design wise. So let's say this mountain has like this, so it's not bad. I think it could be something we do in the future, but right now I don't really think so. So yeah, for now the planets will just have like the surface terrain, and that's it. I also need to modify like the generation, because like right now I'm like creating a lot of room like in the y-axis for the caves, and we don't use caves anymore. So yeah, I would have to basically lower that thing. So you can see here, for example, planet, middle ground. Let me just enable. I think this planet is yeah, you can see it's a really big planet. This is the biggest planet there could be. So this is the biggest size of planet, and it's really big, like really big. I think this should be really rare to find planets this big, because like normally I would want for the player to be able to like explore the entire planet in maybe an hour. So this is like it's a lot. So maybe the standard size of a planet should be like this, maybe something like this. You could easily like navigate from the start to the finish of the planet in like half an hour. I think that if you go like straight into the like without stopping, so yeah. And yeah, basically what I wanted to show is this. You can see like there's the start of the terrain is really low, and then where you start seeing like the lowest points is really up, and I think it's like 100 or 300 tiles. I think that's really big. Doesn't make any sense to have that. And also it means that like, so chunks right now are like I think it's like something like 90 by 300. I think that's the like the dimensions of the chunk. So every chunk is basically a time map group. You can see this all the different chunks, and yeah. So yeah, that's one thing I should do, but not right now. I will definitely add a task for this, and maybe in the backlog even, because like this is something I should do right now, because it takes like the generation of the terrain and everything happens at the start of the scene. Basically when you hit play, when you enter the scene, it basically grabs all the data from the like matrix that's generated for the planet, and it basically places all of the tiles and do like I basically go through all of the tiles and do some kind of like algorithm for the neighboring of the tiles. So I'm doing that on my own system. I'm not using the neighboring system from Unity. I'm using my own. So my own system. So yeah, that's pretty slow. Like the more tiles you have, the slower it is. So I should basically decrease the start height for chunks terrain. For terrain chunks. Currently, where did I note this? I think I have like this in my tables script. So what? Okay. Okay, I don't know why this basically logged out my GitHub thing, so I have to. Okay, so this is 606.895. Okay, great. So anyways, you can see table chunk. So chunk size X 90. So tile horizontal count minimum multiplied by 30, and then tile horizontal multiplied by 100. So basically chunks are basically 90 by 300 tiles. That's a lot. And I think they should be like a lot smaller in the y-axis. And yeah, I will not do that right now, but I want to put that here. So yeah, okay, great. So we have that. Now we can continue with this. So caves, more organic bedrock layer, okay, blah blah. Improve generation to avoid too obvious chunk border. Yeah, so this is not needed anymore. Okay, I can just check this, or I will leave it as is. Secondary tile map for 4 ground elements. So, oh yeah, so right now for the ground, I have one layer of tile maps. Like it's just like one tile map layer. Let's call it like that. And I was thinking like maybe we could have some extra layers in the background or in the foreground, but those could be like bigger tiles that could contain basically objects. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like yeah, I'm basically, I don't know why, but I'm like exiting play mode and entering play mode again to explain things. I will just leave it running. So I basically wanted to maybe I want to have an extra layer here for, that's about okay, for like foreground elements. So let's say we have some grass tiles, so some grass terrain. I would like to have some grass that goes like in front of the player. That would be great, but it's just an aesthetic thing, so I don't think it's important right now. The other thing I was saying is like having some kind of objects that can be placed randomly, like in the foreground. So let's say that I have like some kind of rock right here, and I could do that with tiles and basically grab this. Like I will have the information of this the matrix for the terrain, and then I will have some other kind of like some other matrix for like the foreground elements in the ground. But yeah, that's also something we will be doing in the future, not right now. So this is like an idea, so I should move that into planet, I think. Let's move it, put it here. Okay. Okay, great. So that's that. And then terrain system knows which material every tile is made of. Okay, so this is something that also it's already in the game, but I disabled it. So you could see like when I generate the terrain, basically, I defined 3 types of material. So one of them is stone, the other one is dirt, and the third one is sand. So yeah, so basically water is not going to be made by tiles. Basically it's going to be one big rectangle, and I will see how I manage that. I haven't thought about how I want to implement water in the game at all, like design wise, graphically wise, whatever. So so right now what I do have is those three types of materials, which mean something different. Like and I will have like it. I think about those materials as like categories maybe. So for example, dirt has one kind of property, stone has another kind of property, and sand has another kind of property. And basically like the way each one of those is represented like graphically, it's going to be different based on the planet. So one planet can have like normal like yellow white sand, like in our planet, like in Earth, but maybe in some other planets the sand is like black or something like that. So the texture is going to be different, and it's gonna so it's going to be different in every planet. But that's not like the important part. Like the mechanical parts of each of those materials I haven't thought about yet. But I kind of want to do something with that. So maybe like I don't know if I want to have like dynamic tiles that you can destroy tiles, for example. Like I don't want to have destroyable terrain. So yeah, I was thinking more like for example, of course, let's say like plants don't grow in stone, and maybe some kind of plants can grow on sand, and maybe like I don't know, I'm just thinking of ideas right now. And so did I just delete that? Okay, so let me just dirt, stone and sand have different properties. Okay, so that's another idea. Perfect. So then we have improve player spawn. So this, I'm not sure. I will just delete that. And destructible tiles, this is another idea that I will not do because it's going to be really heavy, because like planets are really big, and although we are using a chunking system, like we are chunking the terrain, so like not all the chunks, like objects are active all the time. Only there's like, I think there's like a maximum of 3 chunks active, like the one you're in, and the next one and the previous one. So that's the max amount of chunks that can be active. And like this is not like in Minecraft where you can see like the limit of the chunks that are being rendered. So here, if you only have one chunk active, you don't see like you can't see, like the camera is too small, like the viewport of your view is really small, and you can't really see the end of the, like the entirely of the chunk. So yeah. Anyways, I was basically justifying why I don't want to have destructible tiles, and that's basically because yeah, it's too intensive on the, like, for processing, so I don't want to do that. Maybe in the future, like, the functionality is available for us, like I can do that, but I don't know. It's, yeah. Okay, so background. Connections between biomes. Okay. So yeah, this is something I have to do. Also, I don't think I have, like, yeah, I think I don't really have like the biome system implemented. Like, planets only have one biome, or yeah, I don't really know. I'm not sure about that. So I will have to create a new set of tasks for that. So yeah, maybe I will have to do this here. Let's do, okay, not that. This, okay. Biome system. Also, I'm kind of thinking like I could have some kind of like I could have a list for each type of thing. So for example, I can have a list for, let's say, terrain, but like yeah, maybe I will end up having like a 50 lists, and maybe that's not like the best thing. Let's keep it like this for now, and we'll see in the future how I work on things and how this turns out. So biome system. Yeah, so biome system basically englobes everything I've been talking. So yeah, it's already been an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. So yeah, I will take a little break right now, and I will be back in a little bit. Right, I'm back. So, okay, so where were we? Okay. So, connections between biomes, we already set the biome system task. Connections with caves. This is no longer a thing. Tiling system. Modify parallax shader to parallax. Tiling system. Okay, this is not a thing anymore. And also modify parallax shader to parallax single pixel for 3D look. Sonic water is. So yeah, I think I know what this is. Let me just show you really quick. I can't remember if it was like Hydro City Zone 2. Okay. This is the music. Okay. Okay, so where's the part where like you can see the water? Is it here? Nope. Maybe it was in Act 1. Yeah, I think it was here. Yeah. Okay, so here. What? What's happening, man? So here you can see like okay, it's not doing what I want. But you can see the parallax here. It's not like pixel by pixel, but yeah. Also here, yeah. So cool, man. So that's what I wanted to do with this. So yeah, that's like I already have like this idea, like my parallax systems. Like I have like 7 layers of parallax, and like for the in-planet things, there's like 5, I think. So yeah, you can see there's 2 for the thing is in the sky, so the space. So this one, like layer 7, is basically like the farthest layer, which don't really move, so it's static basically. There you have like your space vacuum, your atmosphere, like the sky, and Sol is like the sun. Then you have this one, sky space, which is for the planets or the any like celestial object that could be like in the sky, but you can see from the planet. So for example, the rings on a ring planet, or some spaceship, like things like that. So yeah, and then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers for the planet things. It's not a lot, of course, but I think it's enough. It's fine. And also I quantized like the amount of parallax layers like this, because I have something that like I basically calculated like this number, which will be like the distance. So you can see those are like fixed sorry, those are like fixed numbers, and they have to be like that because what I've calculated is basically based on the chunk size and the amount of chunks that each planet size can have. It takes you like a certain amount of chunks to go around the planet, so to go back to the beginning of the planet, and at that point you should see like the same background again. So this is basically just for background consistency, because I want the background to be related to what you're seeing in the terrain, so where the place where you are in the planet. So if, for example, you start seeing like for example a building here, you can basically go like you explore the planet, and then at some point when the building aligns, you can see like some things in the background that change based on the thing that you're seeing. Or for example, if you're seeing these mountains, right, and then you get to a part where it's only ocean, mountains should go like lowering until they get like disappear the mountain, and you can see like the ocean basically. So basically that's what I've done for the background, and to have like consistency with the parallax layers and yeah. So yeah, connections with cave, tiling system, modified parallax layer, blah blah blah. Interest points in the background mapped to an entrance in the midground. Oh yeah, so this was another idea. I will just move this to planet. And this idea is basically that, as I was saying, let me just like open, not this, let me go here, and documentation, let's go here, boards, and background logic. So, okay, so this is basically the background logic, and so this is the system I'm using right now, and you can see like this is how I have quantized like the background layers and separated like each thing. So there's 7 layers, and you can see each one has like a different a defined C value. C, so C, and so yeah, you can see here C, and what this number means is basically how far it is and how fast it moves in the background. So the faster it moves, the closer it is, logically, right? So what does this mean is that, for example, the first layer is at a distance of 6, which means that basically you will have a new tile of background. So background tiles are basically the size of the camera. So the camera is right now 480 by 270. So that's the size of a tile. Like vertically is like not like the size is anyways, it's whatever, but like horizontally the background tile size is 270, which is the exact size of the camera horizontally. So that means that let's say you start at the beginning of the planet in the first tile, okay, and then when you start moving, the background parallax of course is going to move too, and you at some point will lost, like for example this tile. So what this number means is that at half a chunk, okay, midway through a chunk, you will see like another, like you will not see, but like a new tile will start, okay? So the old tile will finish, like it will get off screen, off camera, and the new tile will be completely in the camera space. So that's basically what this means. Yeah, so but this is not what I wanted to show you. This was just to explain like how this works, but the idea, this idea I have like okay, sorry. So where did I put that idea? So is it here? So interest points in the background mapped to an entrance in the midground. See background, blah 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 blah. So this is basically this. So this is the terrain, right? And you can see like a building in the distance, okay? So here you can see like the path. I don't know if I will be able to do this because like I will need to draw the path in like different layers, and yeah, I don't know if that's going to work, but basically you will have some kind of entrance here, okay? And you can basically, the same way you enter a cave, you could enter like this place, but since it's too far away, like maybe I want to have it like closer, but like I like to, like one thing that I imagine that I'm not sure if it's possible to do, like I think it's too crazy of an idea, and like it could be done in another project maybe, but like if you enter this, then you basically rotate like your view. Instead of going this way, you will start going this way, okay? So like this. So you will basically rotate your camera like this. That's a camera. So yeah, and then you will start going into this thing. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's even possible. What could be possible though is, for example, having some kind of like let's say you have some kind of like bus, like a public transport, and you can get in, and like the public transport will do something like goes like this, and then you see it like really small, like going there. So you will see some traffic, for example. You will see like the buses, like, or some kind of like a train, for example. You can see like the train, the railway there in the background, and also here. So and this would be like a train station, for example, and you can take the train and go there. So you enter and then enter this city or wherever. So yeah, maybe I should like write that. Okay, so that's great. Then we can continue here, and okay, that's basically done. Sky. Create atmosphere sky texture and then use shader to apply elapsing color. Okay, so this was an idea, because like right now I'm going through everything because I want to also refresh my memory, because I like this project is been like, I started developing the project in 2022, I believe. I had the idea for like from earlier than that, but like started really developing it in 2022. So one second. So yeah, sorry. So yeah, what I'm saying is basically for this thing of the sky, right now I have like I think it's here, planet, sky, atmosphere. So you can see it's a shader. This is a shader, okay, the sky. So you can see it's like a gradient that's quantized. It's not smooth, but has steps in the color, and that's basically I made that in this shader, which I also tried like adding texture, but I didn't really like how it looked. So I want to explore that in the future. But right now it's just like a gradient that it's quantized, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, and it changed. I can change the color like dynamically, and it's great. So that's what I'm doing. It's really simple, and yeah, that works. And I don't think like I will be creating a texture for that. I don't think so. I think that shader is like really light, like it's not really heavy for the GPUs. So This doesn't make any sense. And then we have sol property to procedurally choose if planet has visible sol on sunrise or sunset. Okay, so this is this one is important, and I should add this here. Because right now, like every planet, you can see here, so like the sun is always going to be in the same place. Like maybe it could move like a little bit, I don't know, but for now you will see like the sun will rise from the same point in the background always, and that's the thing. So the sun is, you can see it rising, you cannot see sunsets, you only see sunrises right now because I made the system this way. So I have to basically modify it to be able to say, for example, some planets, like the view you have. So let me just, let's say this is the planet. Okay. If I can make, I'm using the mouse, so let's pretend this is a circle. And so or maybe let's make it like top-down view. So let's say this is your view and this is the path where the player goes. Okay, and the player moves like this. Okay, so this is a top-down view. The camera either looks from this side or from this side, so it's a side-scrolling basically. So if the sun rises, this is the sun. If the sun rises from this side and the camera is from this side, you will only see sunrises. But if the camera is on this side, you will only see sunsets. Okay, so yeah, you can't have both things. Really, like, or like I think there are some games that maybe do something like, for example, the sun can go like sunrise is here and then it stays in the sky and then it goes down here. So I could maybe do that. I should note it down as an idea basically. So or make this solid move like, what's the name for that? Like parabolically. Is that a thing? Okay, so so you can see both. Is that really a word? I'm not sure. Let me check. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so so yeah. Also, this is not okay. So you know, I want to add some kind of padding, like for this, but also vertically, because right now, okay, that's what I wanted to do. I think it's like 10 also, maybe. Okay, yeah. So that's like, you can see some space there. That's awesome. Okay, great. So perfect. So that's another thing, and I will just close this and okay, I saved that. Okay, that's anyways. So back here, solar cycle, blah blah. Okay, weather system. Okay, So this is another whole thing. So sunny, cloudy, rain, water, lava, acid, okay. Electric storm, lightning in the background and in the middle ground, can hit player or anything, okay. So, ideas. Foggy, reduce sight. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea, really. Windstorm, push player. Okay, that's a bit too much, I think. Volcanic eruption, use spread range, productive ratio to make the close clear story. Okay. So, I like those two ideas. I will just go here and here and say weather system. Perfect. So I will basically look at this, say weather mechanics, because like rain and all of that, like for example if it's like sunny or if it's cloudy or if it rains, like it's just like visual, like it doesn't have any mechanical thing in it. So I will just basically do this, split this, and this will be like old ideas, and I will just add this here. Okay, plan. Sorry, perfect. Okay, so great. Then what else do we have? Water, parallax water, symmetry, blah blah blah. Plant growth system. Okay, so yeah, I also had the idea of like you could, for example, like plant something like some seeds, and then some plant would grow up and would grow, and maybe you could do something with that, but I'm not sure. Like I am not sure if I want to create mechanics that will keep players in one planet forever. So yeah, I don't think I will be doing like farming mechanic basically. So yeah, we are done with planets. Okay, so I can basically also edit this and just delete that. So next up, astronauts. So yeah, okay, so blah blah blah, navigation. So yeah, wall climb, background, wall climb, glide, walk, ladder. Okay. Attacking laser, hold and aim, multi-directional, gym power shot, shotgun. Interactions, inventory, HUD, stats, life bar, blah blah blah, weapon stats, equipped weapon, ammo, clamp, minimap by position. Okay, so yeah, you can see here I had an idea for different weapons, which I'm kind of like leaning more towards having just one weapon that you can modify or upgrade or something like that. So I think that, like, I really like the idea of just hunting for something. Like, yeah, it's not hunting is not the word, but looking for something. Let's say, for example, in No Man's Sky, you have like your weapon, right? And your multi-tool is called. So the thing with the multi-tool is you can upgrade it, of course, but you can't change its class. So the class determines how many like slots it has, although you can also upgrade the slots, but the class determines how many slots it has, and also like how it gives some kind of bonus to the stats of the like the attack, or yeah. So then if you want like for example, when you start, I think you have like a B class or C class multi-tool, and then you have like a C, B, A, and S. And S class is the like better one. So if you want a better multi-tool, you basically have to search for it, and you can find multi-tools in like some outposts in planets, like in some buildings. You can go there, and or in like space stations or something like that. So like if you want to find like an S-class weapon, it's more likely to have to find them in like really wealthy systems. And like I think that's great. Like I really like that aspect of like looking for something that you need like a different thing you have to replace the one you have. So I kind of want to do that. But yeah, I'm not sure how I want to handle that, because I want like maybe we could do something like those abilities I shown in the previous stream, like the combat abilities, where you can have some kind of attacks and different things. Maybe those could be like attached to the weapon. That's one thing we could do. So yeah. So basically all of this is like yeah, so those are ideas, but stuff that I also wanted to create, to make. So I would just go here, say for navigation, interaction, combat, inventory, etc. Okay. So then I can just go here and just whatever. But maybe I want to you can change your weapon and only okay, so that's interesting. I think I like this idea, because like, let's say you are like a more of a like, let's say for example you like to play with shotgun types, shotgun weapon types more, so like more close range and more burst damage and stuff like that. So maybe shotgun weapons could have like a set of abilities that you can only use when you have that kind of weapon. And then you will have some other kind of like some other weapon types, for example, like a, I don't know, like a sniper, where you have like a lot of damage when like the farther away you are from the target. I don't know, it's just an idea. I have to see how I can design that, but I think it's a great idea and I would like to explore it. So we'll have this could what do I want to say? So this could I think that's great. That's a great idea. So yeah, let's leave it there. Then I have entities, friend foe system. List other entities as friends or foe, and then ignore hitboxes from those senders. Okay. So yeah, basically we will have. Yeah, I have to create basically the entity systems. Okay. I also want to have a dialogue system, so I will just add this here. Dialogue system. Okay. Add more input actions. Start open inventory. Okay. Anyways, so entities is fine. Life forms. Okay, there's nothing there. Virtual brain. Think time range. Action time range. Okay, so we can go here and also. I think virtual brain, it's also a system that belongs to entities in general, so I will just put it down there. NPCs, there's nothing here, I think. Okay. Arsenal, inventory, weapons. Okay, so I can basically go into astronaut systems. Well, inventory is part of the equipment you have too, so that's fine. Then gameplay, we don't have anything there. Then we have art. So yeah. Okay, so astronaut, this is just a list of things I have to of the sprites and animations I have to do. I have to create to make. So yeah. Art planet, shader, procedural cloud generation, particle system. Okay. So this is like clouds are already done, but I am not sure what I mean by this. Here, sun scattering, light shafts. Try using occlusion map texture on the light shader. White means light goes through, black means occlusion. Okay, I have no idea what this is, but I will just set it as an idea, I guess. Okay. Then what else do we have? Foliage sway. Okay, I kinda have that already, so I can just erase this. I do not have interaction, so that could be an idea too. Biome-based plants, rocks, etc. Variety. Okay, shader refraction crystals. Okay, so this is something I clearly want to do, and I will basically add a task for this. Okay, so that's it for planet. Done. Art space right now. So blah blah blah. Lots of star texture variations. Didn't I already? Yeah, so this is in the backlog. I set it there because it's low priority really. Okay. I will move it here. Faster disappearing of constellation lines, or maybe I can leave it there. Yeah, I can do some more variations for the stars. Yeah, that could be something we do when we start like modifying the star field thing. We could do that. Decrease the start height of the blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I already did this. Like I did not do that, but I have this in Figma. Improve planet shader texture. Okay, so yeah, that's something we have to do at some point. So I can go here and just say improve planet sprite shader in general. Put it there. Okay, so yeah, start flickering shader. Oh, I like that. I really like that. So that's going to be for the stars that you see when you're in the planet. So perfect. That's great. Okay, so space, I don't have anything. General, improve Voyager font. Okay, so I think I already improved it. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have everything here too. Okay, so also I do have some links here for like some stuff that I like for some research, basically art inspiration, some artists I like, and yeah, some text, some things about programming and shaders and noise, and yeah. So I can also move all of this to Figma maybe, or like I think I could have all of that, like references and those links and my ideas. I think I could have some like yeah, so I'm thinking like maybe I could have some like another page, for example, like another Figma file. So maybe even here I can create like a new page for like references and ideas and like things in general. Yeah, maybe I could do that. So this would be like the planning page. And then I could have another one called like page, reference, ideas, references. Then I can just slap all of this there and also all of these references. So yeah, I think that could be useful. Yeah, I think I can do that. So yeah, great. So, and then I have some stuff here about like my studio and yeah. So okay, so I think there's some little things like moving those ideas and just copying and pasting everything here to the Figma page. And yeah, I want to do that in the next stream. So yeah, this one is like, well, it's been 2 hours, so I think that's fine. I would like to stream for longer, for sure, but I don't really have the time for that right now. So yeah, I have to basically stick with this. Sometimes I can go for a 3-hour stream if I start a bit earlier, or if I can stay for a bit longer, but yeah, right now I have to go. So yeah, yeah, so so yeah, I think we can basically wrap up the stream right now, and we can continue with this simple thing of like moving this and this into Figma, which like oh, by the way, there's like a ton of ideas here, and I would like to go through all of this. Yeah, maybe we can do that in the next stream. Also, I could maybe just move all of this to Figma, and we can go through some of the things I have, because like there are like a lot of ideas that I'm not sure if maybe I like the idea right now, but once we start implementing the basics, like the core things in the game and the systems and all of the things that we have defined for how everything works, maybe that idea that I like right now might not fit in what we build in the future. So yeah, there are some things that maybe I could go through like in the next stream, and we can just brainstorm some things and do some sketching and concepting. But for most of the ideas, I think I will just leave them like in Figma, like there, and just leave them for later. And yeah, so maybe we could do that next stream, which I think is going to be Friday, and yeah, and see if we can start working on some code and some things in Unity, basically. So yeah, okay, so thank you very much for watching, and thank you for for coming by, the people who came by. I don't think like chat was really quiet today, so that's fine. But yeah, and yeah, I will see you in the next stream. Thank you very much and see ya.